Hey there, welcome to Hiker Homily number 35 for the week of 9/17/18, September 17th, the week of. So here we are. Well, we had kind of a bigger controversial subject last week. Haven't gotten too many comments on it. I didn't think I would really. It's, like I said, I've got a small channel, and that one I didn't actually like post anywhere else. Sometimes I'll if it's relevant to actual discussions and stuff, I'll post my videos in other backpacking groups and stuff like that because hey, it's my take on that subject. So instead of typing it out, hey, I made a video about it. But that one really wasn't relevant for anything, so I didn't post it anywhere else. So it's actually good that, at least for now anyway, it hasn't blown up. With the internet, you never know. It could literally be a month from now, somebody will see it and share it somewhere, and all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, guns on the trail, here's my view, and you're a jerk, and blah, blah, blah. So we'll see. For now anyway, we haven't gotten too much going on. So for number 35, we're going to do kind of a couple of little easy things, just real simple topic. Shouldn't take too long. But the main topic that I'm going to work on this week is, and here we go. This is our tradition. I haven't shot outside for a while, but it just seems like I've been out in the backyard now. I'm going to digress a little bit here. Little nature venting. I've been in the backyard now for something like 15 minutes, doing a little bit of watering and stuff like that. Not a single breeze whatsoever. The air was perfectly still. I sit down here with the camera and a microphone, and lo and behold, suddenly a breeze shows up to play with the audio. What can I say? Anyway, Hiker Homily number 35. The real basic topic we're going to talk about is what do you do with things like ID and like anything else you might carry? Well, actually, some of the questions I see some folks asking online is, what do you carry when you're hiking, backpacking, stuff like that? I mean, if you look at my wallet, it's like, this thick. Certainly not money. I'm a married man. I don't have that much money, and I'm retired. I'm on a fixed income. So, but it's thick, because, I have, ID, a credit card, some of my, discount cards, like cards to Costco, membership cards to things like REI, Sportsman's Warehouse, all that kind of stuff. I'm not, throwing that out there as an advertisement. I'm just saying, that's just, the wallet gets full of different things and stuff like that. And I don't need all that stuff when I'm hiking, right? So I'll go over just real briefly, what do I carry, how do I carry it, and things like that. For day hikes, I have a small, looks like a little mini wallet. It was actually something I got on one of the cruises that I took with my family, where it's got a little pocket in the front that was made for, the little cruise ID they give you and things like that. And then you can put things on the inside if you want to carry money and stuff like that. And so I kept that. I took the lanyard off of it. I don't need the lanyard. But I used that because it's very small. It's kind of Velcro-y. It's semi-water resistant. And so I can put some real basic, my ID and things like that in it. And so I use that, especially for day hiking. I'll use that. What are you guys doing back there? Munchkins. What are you doing back there? Huh? Be good. Be good. I can't help but give my dogs attention. They're adorable. So, with stuff like that, for day hikes and things, it's very simple. I have my identification card, my California driver's license. I will usually, just in case something happens and I get, even on a day hike, unable to get back to my vehicle, but I might need to get a hold of funds or something or whatever, I will carry my ATM card, which also has a little Visa symbol on it, so I'm able to use it as a credit card if I had to and things like that. So I have that as access, and then probably a little bit of cash, and I'll keep it all in that one little thing, and it's usually going to be in one of my cargo pockets of my pants. On longer hikes, where I'm going to need cash with me because I'll either be stopping into town for resupply or something like that, generally I won't carry that in my cargo pocket. But I will once again, I'll have my identification card, so whatever, people know who I am. Um, Probably my ATM slash whatever card, um, and some cash in that little wallet. And that I probably won't always have in my cargo pocket, but I'll have it like easily accessible in one of the small pockets of my backpack if I'm on a long backpacking trip and things like that. But the other thing that I want to make sure I get out there is for longer trips, if I'm carrying a decent amount of money, anything more than $20 or whatever, I'm going to split it up and I'm going to put it in different places. Okay? I might have some cash with me in my cargo pocket in case I need it if we stop by a store, get to a place where I need it right away, and then I'll have a little bit of cash hidden in one place in my backpack and maybe even a little bit more hidden in a different place. Just kind of spread it out. That way, if anything happens, you never know. I'm not trying to sound paranoid, but you never know. Heading close to town and some a-holes out on the trail robbing people or something. It's happened before and things like that. Or just as simple as you don't want to put it all in one place. What happens if I try to do a river crossing with my pack on and it goes sideways and I have to let the pack go in the river so I can get out and actually survive and live? Well, all my money and everything is in that pack. Okay, so you kind of split it up. You have a little bit on you and some in the pack and things. That way you don't lose everything if you happen to lose the pack. Stuff like that. So, so if I'm carrying a larger sum of money on a longer backpacking trip, I'll tend to split it up into different places. I'll have a little bit on my person, a little bit in one part of the backpack, maybe somewhere else. And, that way it's there, but it's not in the same place. And so if someone decides to do something, it's like, yeah, here's my money. Look, that's all I got. And that's really the basics there. When you're out on the trail, you don't need to carry a whole lot. I do suggest you always carry your identification. And not because, it's the man. You have to be ready for the man. It's just important. If anything goes really bad, then they can use it to help identify you and therefore notify your next of kin or your family, all that kind of thing. It's a sad reality, but it is one reason. But yeah, you just never know when you're going to need your identification for something, especially like on a through hike. You're going to go into a town and man, I could really use a beer right now. Well, you got to be over 21 in most states to get that, so have your ID with you, things like that. So I always carry my identification somewhere on me when I'm hiking. I typically will carry my ATM card because if I end up getting to a place where I need cash, most places except for very tiny towns and stuff, most places now you can pay for stuff with your ATM card or have access to some kind of a bank or an ATM machine somewhere to get cash with it, and that's just better than carrying straight up cash. And especially if you have one with either like a Visa or MasterCard symbol or something like that, yeah, then you've got that ability, and it just works out better that way. So usually my ATM card, my ID, and a little bit of cash, and that's really mostly all I carry. I'm not going to carry any of my actual credit cards. I really don't need those on a day hike or even a longer hike. I'm not going to carry any of the other periphery stuff. I don't need, membership cards or any of that kind of thing with me when I'm hiking. So mostly my wallet stays home, and just a couple of small items, those ones I mentioned, come with me when hiking. And that's really simple for that subject. But people do ask it all the time, what do I carry and how much do I carry? And as far as how much, that's really more of a personal choice and kind of it's determined by mostly what you're doing and how long you're hiking. If I'm going to be hiking like over the weekend, 2 or 3 days, and I know after the hike we're probably going to stop and stuff like that, and it's just me, I'll probably carry a 20, because, okay, we're going to stop at such and such place or restaurant or whatever, and a 20 is usually enough to cover, my part of the bill. If I'm with my son and I'm going to be paying for his meal too, I might carry a little bit more. But you see what I mean? If you're on a long hike, like closer to a through hike, and you're going to be making several stops, then you're going to want to carry more money. If it's only a short, like day hike, and I probably won't be stopping anywhere, but just in case I need a little cash, a 10 or a 20, and you should be good for that kind of thing, especially if you have your ATM card with you. You don't need to carry a lot of cash, but it's good to have some just in case. And that's really about it for that subject. The other thing I want to go over, because I haven't done it in a long time, is a hiker term. Let's do a hiker term. Why not? That's fun. This week, I'm going to do the term hiker midnight. And it's kind of a funny one in general. And again, the hiking community finds reasons to argue over everything. So yes, I know there are some hikers who, no, it's not. Okay. My understanding and the way I use it, hiker midnight in general is 9 p.m. Because, and this again, this is mostly, most of these hiker terms are through hiker terms, are used on the through hiker trails. For through hikers, you're getting up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Most of them. Some folks get up later, some even earlier. But generally, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, you are waking up. You are hiking most of the day, almost all day long. You are hiking. You probably stop hiking 6 to 7-ish at night, because again, normally this is in the summertime, and so you have plenty of daylight going into the evening. So you stop hiking 6, 7 o'clock at night. You make your camp. You eat dinner 7:30ish, 8 o'clock. By the time 9 o'clock rolls around and the sun is, depending on what part of the hemisphere you're in, the sun is generally starting to go down by 9 o'clock, even in the summertime. You are tired. You want to go to bed. Hiker midnight. So you go to sleep, and you start the cycle all over again. Again, this is mostly for through hikers, day hikers and stuff, not so much. But if you're out there on the trail day after day and you're doing that kind of schedule, then generally hiker midnight is 9 p.m. Just kind of a fun little term there. And that's about it. That is, how do you like that? I got it under 15 minutes. Hiker homily for the week of September 17th, 2018. It's Hiker Homily number 35. Hope you're enjoying. As always, thank you so much for sticking with this goofy little channel, and hopefully you're enjoying some of the subjects and things like that. And as always, for any of the topics I've covered, you can leave a comment below the video in the comment sections. Most of those are all wide open. You can also get a hold of me at hikingforhealthca@gmail.com. And you can also leave messages on Hiking for Health CA on my Facebook page under that name, and Instagram under that. So, and also I do technically have a Twitter account and stuff like that. I don't check it as often. I'm just got to be honest. I just don't. I don't do the Twitter thing as much as I do things like Instagram and stuff like that. That's just me at the moment. But I do have a Twitter for Hiking for Health CA. But other than that, as always, thanks for watching. Totally appreciate it. And as the breeze kicks up again, I don't even know if it's picking up on the microphone. I just know sometimes it does. But as the breeze picks up again, we will see you next week.